we go again.
It's Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's good, bro?
I meant to ask you, did you see in the midst of all of the stuff that was going on with Diddy, did you see that Stevie J said, "Yo, 50, I'm calling you out. Let's fight."
Yeah, I saw that, man. Listen,
What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess at a point you expect anybody to want to defend theyself. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of them things like, yeah, 50 be going at Diddy all the time, so we kind of know that. But I guess when you start including other people, everybody ain't gonna respond the same. So I'm not mad at him for like basically saying, "Hey, bro, pull up." You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, it do got some clout chase in it. It's all things can be true. What about you?
Yeah. So you know where I stand when it comes to fighting
Yeah,
in hip hop. Like there's a reason why you don't see someone shooting a fair one on camera, right? Because nobody, even if it's 50, listen, I don't think that there's a scenario that you would ever even see 50 fighting Diddy in a fair one, right?
right.
Straight up one on one.
It's always gonna be people.
It's always gonna be people. It's always gonna be you might get a punch in after your man, someone's gonna snuff somebody. But a straight up fair one, I've never seen a straight up fair one-on-one fight in my life of history, right? In hip hop history, ever. And if somebody can point to me a different one, I would
I
be
can. I can.
cool.
You
A straight one-on-one.
Yes, I'm about to tell you. So you don't remember when, oh boy, there was a young rapper that ran up on either what was it, was it the baby or somebody in the mall? It was just one on one.
That's the only one.
I about to say because his boys was there, but they didn't. It was just him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
let me ask you this, and I'm just asking because I don't know. What about when, even though there was a bunch of people there at the bowling alley, wasn't it just one on one when he swung on him? They jumped him.
No, they jumped him. Yeah, they jumped him. And that's my point. My point is that even still, the worst thing, listen, I don't listen. Okay. At some point, somebody's gonna be caught on camera, laid out, crucified.
Yeah,
Right? And
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how you come back from this. Like, how can you ever talk tough again? You know what I'm saying? Like, so from that though, man, like, listen, would it be interesting? Yeah, I guess it would be because Stevie J is a reality TV kind of guy. Everybody know him from that. So for
Yeah.
him, yeah, it would be that little pop, you know what I'm saying, is for it to happen. And he like listen, if he was ever the one, you think about that. Not that 50 got like a bounty on his head, but everybody knows 50, like 50's been associated with beefs. So if he's the one to lay 50 out though, man, it goes a long way for him. And so that's the reason why I don't think that anybody ever happens to shoot the fair one though, bro. It's like it's crazy though, man. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, look, man, let's get this music popping off. We got a special guest today, and I got a question to ask you on the other side of the music.
Let's do it.
Doesn't matter what your name is.
Brotherz podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Brotherz podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
And listen, man, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. I just ate a jelly bean, snuck it in. That thing got my mouth all kind of tripping.
I don't know. Look, this was crazy. As long as we've been podding, I don't know how you don't understand how crazy it looked for you to be just eating on camera like that.
I'm saying though, man, listen. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. We are live on both platforms at the same time. You click on the notification, you click on the bell, you get the heads up that your boys is doing their thing. Listen, Ace Kennedy. I'm talking about, I'm starving though, bro. So I had to go ahead and slip them jelly beans in there though, boy.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
We
that thing
just
went
left.
down. I almost felt like it was going down the wrong pipe.
When people say that, bro, what is the wrong pipe? How many pipes you got?
I do so. This is one thing that I think is funny. You say that this popped up on TikTok not that long ago. There is a such thing about water going down the wrong pipe. So what happens though, man, is that they actually have. Have you ever saw somebody do a prank where they do thick water?
Huh? Thick water.
So the thick water.
No, I don't even know what you're
So
talking
they
about.
have so they have okay, so look, so they have water because some people have difficulty with their throat in the pipes because water can go down the wrong pipe basically. So
Okay.
somebody created thick water where it's water that's almost like syrup, let thickness water, probably thicker than that though, man. So you drink it so that you don't have to worry about the water going down the wrong pipe, basically the wrong way though, man. But yeah, there is a scientific thing of it going down the wrong pipe, though, bro.
Yo, I got a question for you, bro. When
What you
it
got?
comes to snacks at y'all's house, what's the rule on it? Like if you buy it, then it's just open game for anybody that's if it's there, you eat it, or like is there a certain time when like you buy a certain thing and it's solely for you, or it's solely for the research department? Like how are snacks divvied up in y'all's house?
Oh, that's a good question, man. It just depends on the snack. So everybody has their thing, right?
Mhm.
That we done. So okay. So
But
my snack.
with those things, everybody knows not to touch that particular thing because that's the person's snack, right?
Yes and no. So here's what I mean. So I think that even though it's my snack, I
Mhm.
think that the general rule, the unsaid rule is that, well, if you've let me have some before, then it's community, right? So like so here's a perfect example there, right? So I have these I know I'm getting old because I like these biscotti cookies, the ones that give you on the airport on the
Yeah,
airplane, right?
I do too.
They have some of those with the chocolate on the back of it, right? So I like mine frozen. Tastes better, they snap better, right? So
Mhm.
I fooled around and I got some, I put mine in the freezer. So and they're mine. Everybody knows that they're my thing, though, right? I look in there, somebody bust my bag open, and I know who it was, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know Landon doesn't have any regards to that. It's almost like everything is community until you tell him do not, then he just assumed that everything is for everybody.
Bros, check this out. So Easter, right? We sitting up here just talking. And I was telling, I don't know how we got on the conversation, but so McAllister's got these bomb uh chocolate chip cookies, bro. Bomb chocolate chip cookies. So I get the bag because I'm like, you either get the big cookie or you can get the minis in the bag. And I'm like, cool, I'll get the minis. That way I can stretch it out for a long period of time because I can't really have a bunch of sweets anyway. I'll just periodically eat one. So the girls was like, oh yeah, we mama told us we could have some cookies. I'm like, what cookies? I said, I know you ain't talking about my McAllister's cookies. You're like, and so Charlie's like, yeah, I had one, and Carly had two, and uh, I said, hold up now. So I said, since we sharing, I said, did y'all get some of her brookie? They got a like a it's a brownie and a chocolate
Brownie
chip.
cookie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, hold on, we ain't sharing. She was like, and just for the record, I didn't already smash them. So I said, so we giving up my stuff. And she was like, well, you don't need
Just
all the cookies
yours.
anyway. Right. And I'm thinking, like, it doesn't matter. Then y'all gonna come up off that $8 for them bag of cookies because that was my cookies. Like y'all just
She said you don't need them cookies, huh? You don't need
Bro.
to eat them cookies.
I bought them cookies with my money, and now it's a community bag. Bro, I was salty, bro.
And so listen, there are certain things so this was crazy. There are certain things that I get that only I get that I don't think that Landon would dive into. Here's a
Mhm,
perfect example. Like I like gummy candy, right?
mhm.
So I might buy everybody their own things. But specifically though, I might buy this is again how I know I'm getting old because I like the Haribo gummies, but I like that I only like the my favorite ones are the cola flavored ones. The only those cola ones come with the thing, right? So because I'm the only one that get those, nobody will bust them open. But if
Right.
it's just something that like if it's a new snack that I wanted to try, then if they said, "Hey, we ain't never seen this before," then yeah, we gonna bust that open. This community, I gotta specifically say, don't eat my stuff though, man. Yeah.
Man, boy. So
Yeah, no, it's crazy, bro.
so what's been the fallout, bro, from the whole Drake? Is Drake on the clock, bro? Is Cole on the clock? Or we give listen, the reason why I asked that, right? Everybody knows right now Drake is on tour. And I know J. Cole has hit some dates because when they was here in Oklahoma City, Cole was on the tour. So, and apparently, from what I understand, I guess the tour might be over April 5th or at least in April because of the fact he's got to do some makeup dates. But are we giving him until after the tour and then like a grace period, or are we expecting him to fire back no matter what? Like what's the protocol
Listen,
here?
man. Okay, so the fallout. Metro Boomin them got the #1 album right now. So whatever they was doing worked, right? It's #1. They got several songs that are #1 out there on that on the top 10 or whatever it is, though, man.
Right, right. But let me ask you this. Is their album number one because of Drake? Or is the album number one just because people wanted to hear the album?
I think that it's #1. I think that it's #1 because of Drake. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
Mhm.
Because Metro Boomin just had an album that came out at the same time that Drake's last album out, so it's not like he didn't already have a project, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that I do think that it was the added fuel of let me see what it's talking about now, right? I think that
Mhm.
that had a lot to do with it. Yeah,
I think if you look at the metrics on if people listen to that song versus the entire album, I wonder if it would show like a spike. But this would be a good conversation to have with one of our with our special guests. I'm gonna let you intro him so we can bring him in and see what his take is on it.
listen, man, Marlboro's on the Pizza Man, so we get straight to it. Let's put him in, bro. Bring him in, because I am kind of curious from MC to MC. Now you might be on mute. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
We
might
can't
be
hear
on
you.
mute.
All right.
He's while he trying to figure it out. So I for me, right, I'm okay with giving him some time because when Drake drops, I want him to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. People can say whether or not, like, oh no, it's too far. If he dropped it in June, right? If it was fire, it's fire, it's still gonna change it. It's still going. So I think for me, I just want whatever him, but then let me ask you this. If Drake just does subliminals, does that count?
No, it's not enough. The subs are not enough because these were you can't listen, you can't respond to direct shots with subs, right? You can't. So
Yeah,
so listen, so you can't but you can't.
but
So
but
this
was
is
it
what
a
I'm
direct
saying.
shot though? Was it a direct shot because he never said Drake's name, he never
You
said J.
know,
Cole's
there's
name.
there's nothing implied by it. He said the big three. He said first person shooter. He said all the references. And here's my thing. So I'm not. Listen, if you tell me that Drake is on tour and he maybe don't have it, Lil Wayne always has his stuff ready
Studio.
to go on tour. He's always ready to go. So I don't want to hear that. I do think. Listen, it tells me that if Drake is delaying on coming back now, he better come with something hard, bro. It gotta be hard. And if Cole is the same way, it can't just be no, it gotta be hard because you replied to Meek and went back to back. and you had time, right? So maybe Meek was on tour and you still went and clapped at him. So I don't want to hear none of that. And listen, I'm already, listen, listen, I was already fully expecting for him to come back at him immediately, right? The fact that you didn't means you behind the gun now. You behind. So if you go finally what if he don't say nothing, bro? I
What
didn't
if he
think
don't?
about that. What if he don't say nothing?
Listen, what if Drake feels like I am number one and it is beneath me to comment on somebody below me?
No. Then to me, that makes you a hip hop sissy, bro. That's sissified to me. That's so. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because there's never been a point where someone didn't reply back. Eminem still replies back to Benzino 20 years later, right? Over something that happened 20 years ago.
All right.
50 Cent and Ja Rule still have beef today over something that happened over 20 years ago.
All right. What if Drake does an interview? He get on the Breakfast Club and he addresses it then.
If it ain't on wax, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say, bro. And listen, the same goes for J. Cole.
I
I
was
don't
just
want to hear
about to ask
nothing you
about J.
got to say.
Cole.
Because we talking about Drake, but no, same with J. Cole. And this is my thing. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. It probably even doubles more for J. Cole because J. Cole, like I said, he's trying to prove that he's the best rapper. So this is a rap moment, and you can't run from battles. That's what I'm saying, though, bro. Like you just can't. So I just don't. Now I don't know how you not reply, but when you do come, it better be hard, bro. It can't
Okay. My last question.
be back to back. It got to be at least equal to back to back.
Okay, but here's my question, right? If Drake gives you only a verse, does that count? Because Kendrick only gave you a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, if he did a song, right, and the second verse is dedicated to that boy Kendrick, first verse is throwing subliminals at Rick Ross, throwing subliminals at whoever, and then the second verse is dedicated to Kendrick. You trying to tell me he got to do a whole song because Kendrick gave him?
Let me tell you the reason why you got to do it. Okay, so the reason why you got to do a whole song or one nice long verse, so at least 24 bars. If you're gonna do one, here's the reason. So on Takeover, Jay-Z had 3 verses, and I believe one of the verses was dedicated to Nas, right?
Mhm.
Nas responded back with Ether. He dropped Ether, and the whole song was him addressing Ether. It wasn't on the whole song, right? And then after he did the whole song, Jay-Z had to reply back with Super Ugly and did a whole song. So, like, listen, if you come back with just a verse, that's then Kendrick's fault that you only hit him with a verse. But at the same time, though, dog, he's got to come with at least a song. That is like the standard, bro.
It's tough, bro.
And,
Hey,
and you know what would make him look worse? What
what's
would
that?
make him look worse is if they came back and both replied on the same song, like they tag teamed. Like that would if they did another first person shooter and they did one together and both of them responded.
What would be
No,
wrong with
bro.
that, bro?
That would be lame because he's already saying, I'm gonna take y'all on. This ain't no fatal 4-way match, bro.
No,
Come
it's a
on, man.
handicap match, bro.
Nah,
Kendrick
that's what
started
I'm
it.
saying. It's gonna make them both look bad that y'all gotta come at me together. Like y'all ain't even tagging in. It's a straight handicap match,
Hey,
no
bro,
disqualification.
it's like the Shield, bro. That boy Seth kicked him in the back. That's what Kendrick just did, bro. He kicked their backhand, bro. The Shield that's broken up.
Listen, bro. I'm
Hey,
gonna tell you though, man. They listen, they on the clock. If you tell me that it's tour, when is the tour over with, bro?
supposed to be April 5th. That's what I heard.
I'm looking at my Stone Cold watch, and my Stone Cold watch says that if the tour's over at April 5th, and that April 5th includes makeup dates, by April 7th, next Monday morning, we need to hear something on my respect for him. And if it's at a 10 now, drop us about an 8, bro. 2 whole points on my respect level.
Okay, I got another question for you now, and I'll let you get into some topics. So last we spoke, I did a top 5, right? And I told you one of my top 5 was Joyner Lucas, and you gave me the stank face. Not really the stank face, but you gave me a you kind of just, you kind of had a hiccup, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I tasked you. I said, bro, have you even listened to it? You was like, nah. I said, just listen to it. You did. You obliged me. You went and listened to it.
Yeah,
What you
yeah.
think, bro?
Listen, I totally see how when you put him in your top 5, listen, when you talk about top 5 best, right now, it's different because, when we talk about lists, they're all subjective, right?
Absolutely.
But I think that the thing that the reason why I could understand it is a couple of different ways. As an overall project, right? I told you I've never listened to him for a comprehensive body of work. It's always been, oh, he got this dope idea for a video or a dope idea for a song. And even though I've never heard him say nothing whack, you should tell me. I told you, if I listen to you 3 times and you're not whack to me, then I'm probably gonna turn into a fan. I guess I've never checked for him for some reason in that regards. And so when I listened to the whole thing, like the creative in me, the producer in me was like, yo, his beats go hard. The production is A1 production. But even outside of that, like I'm talking about, he picks the right beats also because he has the right flow for the right beat. I think that he has great content. He has good variety in the topics. Now, this is having come off of listening to immediately before I listened to it, I listened to the Future Metro Boomin. And to be honest with you, the content of the Future Metro Boomin, nothing that you could go back and be like, whoo, let me rewind that. That boy said, blah, blah, blah. Like nothing like that on the Future Metro Boomin. So and that was the last project that I listened to all comprehensive from beginning to end. So having played this one, when I'm seeing somebody come with bars and I'm seeing them come with good subject and good content, wordplay, MC, and I was like very impressed with Joyner Lucas, though, man. Very. I don't know what my expectations for him were always based off of individual songs,
Mhm.
but I think that to listen to it with back to back, you feel the flow of the album and certain things just make sense. Incredible album though, man. I haven't been that impressed by someone that's still very new to my ear in a long time though, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I I had more confidence in him than you did, but uh yeah, the album did impress me. I love just over the overall project. Like you said, subject matter was just, like his storytelling is dope because like I could visualize certain things. Cause I mean, obviously he writes thinking about the video. What's up?
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I think that the Joyner Lucas album can win a Grammy, a rap Grammy for the next calendar year for rap Grammy. It would, but it wouldn't win versus Killer Mike this year
Right,
because
right.
the Killer Mike the album instantly became one of my all-time favorite albums, the Killer Mike. But I'll tell you that given the competition that was in the category for Killer Mike's album, I think that the Joyner Lucas is better than everybody else's album in that category. So whoever was in that, the Drake and 21 Savage, Metro Boomin had an album that was in there. A couple other people. The Joyner Lucas album is better than those to me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. In other new album news, uh Beyonce dropped Cowboy Carter. And I know if you go and collectively look at the tape for the Slash Brothers podcast, you might place me as somewhat of a Beyonce hater. That is not the case. I do enjoy Beyonce. I think she's dope. I think that she is one of the most talented artists that we have living. She is still a generational talent to where She does not have to follow the new rules of music with how she presents things. And she's also so accomplished that she can do anything that she wants. She has a very, very wide fan base to where she can practically do no wrong. The last album I said was not that was
Wait,
not
wait,
my,
wait, 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 wait. Can we get the round of applause before you say what you're about to say? I got to get the round of applause on this. Can we get the round of applause? Go ahead now. Go ahead.
so the last album I will say I was not necessarily a fan of, has nothing to do with anything from her end, but that album was not on my radar. But I will say
I can hear you now already, bro.
the Cowboy Carter. What I will say about that one, I was not wanting a country album from Beyonce, but this was a very well put together project. I was thoroughly impressed. It has replay value. I already got songs on it that I'm like, yo, this is my joint. And I love the things that she did. You know, she's always one of them people that does stuff on purpose. I was impressed with the album, bro. And I will say I'm not through with it yet, but for the most
Okay.
part, I will say I'm enjoying it as even so. I will say this and I'll let you get it. 16 carriages was not like when I heard it, I was like, you know, it's okay. But once I actually listened to it in the flow of the content of the
There
project,
you go.
that one got better, and even Texas Hold'em got better. So yeah, I'm digging it so far. I have to salute B.
Let me get the air horns though. Let me get the air horns. But I gotta get the right.
Yo,
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I think. This is crazy. Okay. So for me, the album in itself just confirmed how much of a Beyonce stan I truly am, though, bro. Because from my perspective, when I listened to it, it just told me how much Beyonce's voice means to my ear. Like it's the perfect voice to me, right? And I know that you and I, we kind of differ on that because there are sometimes where you think that Beyonce sounds annoying to you, which really pisses me off when you say that, by the way, because really, listen, bro. But I think that the thing that gets me the most is that when I listen to her doing this, and then when I listened to her doing, so you mind, she did the Renaissance. And I was just telling you about when we listened to the Drake. I said, bro, it's trash, bro. I hate songs that has that beat tempo, bro. I
Dance hall
absolutely
stuff.
hate
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yes. I hate the whole Euro dance style. I hate it so badly. I heard Beyonce doing it, and I was like, well, damn, maybe it's because I didn't hear Beyonce do it first. And maybe if I heard Beyonce do it, I would have liked Drake's album if I would have heard the Beyonce first, right?
yeah. Oh man.
That said, though, bro, when I listened to the songs, it didn't sound like I can tell, like it doesn't sound to me like a country album. It sounds like the songs that are like the country references
Yeah,
sound more like acoustic songs, right? They sound
yeah,
like they can be songs that are on like unplugged or something like that. But
yeah.
when I listen to it, I do like it better than Renaissance, though, bro. Like I thought the Renaissance was dope, but I think that this one, to me, if I were ranking the Beyonce albums, I would have this one higher than Renaissance, of course. Now it's not like a. I'm trying not to be a prisoner of the moment, so I'm not gonna say, "Oh, this is a top 5 Beyonce album of all time." No, but I do got it ranked higher than Renaissance. And let me tell you, I think the thing that I enjoyed about this one the most is I think I like the songwriting on this one better than Renaissance. I think
Yeah.
the lyrics on this album is way better than Renaissance, though, bro.
This album is better than the Renaissance album, and it's better than that Lion King album.
Stop playing, bro. Okay, you can. I'll give you the Lion King because the Lion King was a concept, right? It was a themed album. This one is too. But like my favorite song on there isn't even the Texas Hold'em though, right? My favorite song on there is probably Protector though, bro. The one she got with Rumi on it. I think
Yeah,
that's pretty fire. And then I love Spaghetti as well though. And listen, Did you know how many the Dream wrote like a co-wrote like half the songs on the album, though, bro?
I believe it. He listen, Dream eats off of Beyonce. Now,
Oh my gosh, man. Listen, he
yeah.
killing it,
So,
bro.
yeah. Look, man, we got a special guest in the building. We don't want to belabor it. Let's go ahead and get my boy.
Listen, man, son, wait a minute. Did you listen to the Beyonce?
Yo,
There we
I
go.
feel like Teddy Riley and Babyface right now. This was a struggle. I did not listen to the Beyonce album. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Well, listen, bro. We've had our Beyonce conversations here. It seems like we have this probably it's a quarterly Beyonce debate where it's something Beyonce related that we get heavy into it though, man. So yeah. No, it's fire though, bro. We gotta get before we jump into it, as an MC,
Uh-huh.
right? What's your expectation for Drake and J.Cole in response to Kendrick?
My expectation for Drake and J.Cole is none. I think it would be in their best interest to not respond at all. Because I think the expectations that people have for them are way too high. Like people wanted them to drop a rebuttal or response within 48 hours. I'm like, Kendrick, we don't know how long Kendrick had to write this verse. We don't know how long this album has been in the makes. So we don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do they look like coming back with a 48-hour response against Kendrick Lamar? Like, this is something that requires you sitting down with a pen and ensuring that what you rebuttal with or what you respond with is going to be received, because the truth is there are very few people who are going to actually give it the time to say, you know what, Cole or Drake might have actually said something. No, as soon as it drops, people are going to be like, nah, bro, it wasn't enough. So I think it would be in their best interest.
Response. You don't.
I would say it's not necessary. Their spot within this game, within this industry, is already solidified. People just want to see the competition. I get it. Like that's cool. You know, I love the idea of the competition, you know, that hip hop is. But Drake, if he drops something, what little male fan base he has remaining is done.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm kind of disappointed in you right now, bro.
Sure, I know you are.
I'm super disappointed in you right now because here's my thing. I think that you are basically you are absolving them of one of the key hip hop elements. Like you have to be prepared to battle, bro. At the top of the head, especially responding, right? I get. So this is my thing. Never mind how long Kendrick's been sitting on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that Nas responded to Jay-Z the next day. He got in the studio the very next day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drake went back to back on Meek Mill's.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't respond to Pusha T. So here's what I think. On the last part we did, I said if Drake doesn't respond, then it makes him look like that he only goes there with people that he think he's already superior. But I think that if he doesn't respond, then it's almost like saying, "Oh, you can have that. You got it." Like I got a problem with that.
I agree with all of that you said, 100%. But I just think that it's in his best interest. This is what I'm talking about. For the sake of Drake, the business, the entity, I think that it's in his best interest to leave it alone.
Benzino responded
I would love to
him in 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, who is Benzino?
Eminem responded. Listen, Eminem responded. This is my thing. Eminem responded. Eminem replied again 20 years later. And even then, right? I think that this is my thing. Even though people are saying, who is Benzino? Here's what I'm saying. If in that rap, if he said, if Kendrick Lamar said, and by the way, the Pizza Man's son is trash also. I'm on your line. Like, what you gonna do there, Scoop?
Bruh,
You need some help on this one, bro?
first of all, I'm honored that he mentions my name, but secondly, I'm absolutely responding. I mean, I
Okay.
need that. That works for me.
Okay.
I need that. What I'm saying is it does nothing for Drake to respond. It doesn't improve his status. He is without a doubt, whether you want to argue it or not, he is the number one, not for hip hop, but he is the number one artist at this particular point, probably this might be a stretch, but probably in the world. Like he is the number one.
Wait a minute, because you borderline
Pro-
disrespected Beyonce when you say that.
So that's why I said it. You know, we could argue it, but I'm saying
or he borderline disrespecting Taylor Swift
or the weekend.
That
So
essentially, these are the people that the names that you just named. Those are the people that Drake needs to be worried about, needs to be considering. Not Kendrick. He is a pop star. He is a pop star. You know, I'm saying for his brand, he needs to stay out of this. He is not a hip hop head. He is not a fixture in the hip hop community.
He's not.
He does not need, bro. He is a pop star.
Right now.
It is pop. You're telling me you think Drake is a hip hop artist?
Yes. Listen,
Drake is a pop star. He raps. Okay, so is Travis Scott a hip hop artist?
Yes.
Travis Scott is a pop star. Like these people, they rap. Oh my God, they rap on occasion.
I will say I will go with you on the Travis Scott thing. Like if somebody says something about Travis Scott, I'm not looking for Travis Scott to respond.
It's melodic rap.
I get it, but he is more of a pop star to me than he is a rapper. Now Drake to me is a hybrid, meaning that while he does fit the category of a pop star, he still has the roots of a rapper. And so I expect him to respond because of how he raps. It's what his content, right? In his content, he says things and he's very strategic about the way he does stuff. Like if somebody says something about Kanye West, I'm not expecting Kanye West to respond. But I am expecting Drake to respond because even though for me, I more so like the R&B Drake, whereas most people don't, right? So, but I still respect the fact that he is considered one of the better pens today. So if that's the case, then I'm expecting to hear something from you.
Yeah, boy, you heard my heart, bro. You heard my heart.
I just want to know this: how is Drake different from Kanye?
How is Drake? Very, very different.
Very different. Very different.
What bars is Drake? I mean, what bars is Kanye really saying? This last you trying to tell me in Donda 2 there was what was quotable from that album that he did?
All right, now hold that thought and tell me what was quotable from Drake's last album, or the album before that, or the album before that.
He had My Exes, and listen, My Exes was probably the song that he has, and I would say from a Drake album, I haven't quoted anything from a Drake album in quite some time. But I got to be honest, I got to go further back on a Kanye album. But to answer your question, what makes them different to me is that while I know that there was that time that Drake had a writer for his project, Kanye actively has writers. So to me, he's trying to put out the best song, regardless of originality. It's saying, no, this is the best representation of me as a creative, right? As an artist. And I think that Drake does that too. But I'd like to believe what makes Drake different to me is the authenticity of the raps. I'd like to think that every single thing that's coming out of Drake's mouth is a belief. I'd like to believe that he's writing all of that. That's why it was more shocking when people said, oh no, he had bro do the reference track on it, yada, yada, yada. That's the difference to me. I don't expect that from Kanye.
I'm gonna let you have it. I don't see it. There is no difference. Drake raps on occasion. He has no love for the culture that is hip hop.
I don't see.
None.
I couldn't see this. This is where I think maybe this is my perspective, and this is why. This is the reason why I guess I look at Kanye so differently. Is that to me? I understand, right? That if you are a producer and you're a rapper as well, your creative process takes longer than everybody else's. If you're a rapper, I can just go ahead and say, "Hey, Scoop, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you over 10 beats, right? Boom, you go ahead and write to those 10 beats, and that's cool. It may take you, it could take you 10 days. You write a rap for each of those every day. But I think at the same time, as a producer, your life cycle of creating a final product is so long that some of these dudes may feel like, all right, I got a window to put this out, so I need some help on writing part, the beat part. You might spend 2 hours in the studio listening to just snares and 808s that don't make the album. So that's why I think that for Kanye, for him to actively have, and he's talked about it. He had people. There's an interview where I think that he was talking about where he was trying to get 2 Chainz to help him finish some raps, and I was just like, all right, well, from a Ye perspective, I can see why that would be the case. But if you're Drake and you're on that other side of the table, when you maybe you're in the studio, but all you doing are hearing the beat and responding to it, then you're basically you're capitalizing off a vibe that a producer already did, and you're not responsible for it 360. And I think that's why I look at Kanye and Drake differently. But I do think that I don't know how you come to the conclusion. What's your information that Drake doesn't have love for it though?
Because everything that he focuses on is not hip hop. All of the things that get pushed to the top of the charts over the last, I mean, we talking about 5, 6, 7 years, like has all been R&B or like pop style music. There's
Yeah, but I think
you've never.
but I think the reason that has nothing to do with his love for hip hop. I think that's just what most people gravitate to that get pushed. I think the reason why I think that he does have a love for hip hop is because one of the criticisms he always gets when he put out the Scorpion album, it wasn't at the double disc, the R&B side, the rap side. People was like, I don't want more of the rap. I mean, of the R&B stuff. I want more of the rap stuff. And so he hears that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that he has to do some of those pop songs because that is the stuff that globally goes. It's not like the culture stuff is still the rap stuff, but I think that's why you find Drake mostly out of all of the older generational artists that work with a lot of new talent because he still likes to cipher some of the styles and stuff like that, and that's his way of ingratiating these younger talent in and also catching the vibe that they're on. That's just my opinion on it.
I think we can assume that, but I don't agree that his actions have shown that. I feel like Kanye has rapped more than Drake has rapped. Over the course of their career, when you take all their projects and put them together, Kanye has rapped more than Drake has rapped.
I can see that, but I also think that Drake is more of a singer than Kanye as well. So it would make sense. Like,
neither one of them are singers.
No, I don't. I agree with you on that. I'm just saying that that would be like, to me, that would be the equivalent of expecting a whole album of Zero without the singing. Which, by the way, I gotta holler at Mark because I was listening to the Zero album the last couple of days, and I was kind of disappointed too, though, man.
Yeah, bruh. I was about to say, I'm just gonna say that right now, because I know he's gonna hear this.
Yes,
it's not impressive.
No. Bro, it's sad like this.
It's not impressive.
I don't want to jump around on the topic on it, but it sounds so much the same, bro. Like,
yeah,
listen, he has a bag that I think it would sound dope if the song was chopped and screwed, but to listen to nah. But anywho,
nah.
I think this. We say that to say we talk about Drake a lot because I think that when it comes to Drake is such the Drake is so much of the outlier to me when it comes to like hip hop and a lot of the kind of rules that we typically associate with hip hop. But I think at the same time, I think that the numbers, right? I'm not a numbers guy, but I can't disregard the numbers either. Like the hits got to stand for something, right? And I think that when you have as many hits, then that's what makes you become pop because now you are popular across multiple genres though, right? But I don't look at Drake like he's a straight pop artist. He ain't like the equivalent of just Justin Bieber or The Weeknd to me.
I hate that because his origins are hip hop that people want to refuse to relinquish that from his title. Like I get it, that's his origins. I mean, Justin Bieber, his origins was R&B. It wasn't like pop. Most people who are pop stars, their origins were elsewhere. Their popularity is what transferred them into pop artists, and what they elected to focus on, the popular music, is what transcended them into pop artists. So I understand what his roots are, but it just doesn't change the fact that he is primarily making pop music. I don't care how much you love hip hop, you if you don't show it, you can't say you love it. Like Drake is so popular at this particular point in his career that he could drop and should. This is what I've been waiting for. He should drop an entire hip hop album. Consider this. The first song that I ever heard Drake on was him rapping with Little Brother. Mm-hmm. And one of the lines that he mentioned was that they messed around and let a backpack rapper, get into this game. So how do you start there and then you just completely forget where you came? I mean, it's like, it would be like Charlie forgetting that he's from Marlboro Heights. Like, you can't just put MBH Charlie on your name. Like, you are always Marlboro Heights. Cool. You in Atlanta, you in Georgia, you doing your thing, but you are always Marlboro Heights. Those roots remain because you always express your love for your home in a way, and he does not do that. I'm sorry. Like, you dropping a verse here and there is not showing your love. You can't go from saying
Nah.
You can't come out and say they done messed around and let a backpack rapper in here and then never return to that ever.
I get that. Here's my thing. The reason why I say that to me is this is the way I look at it. Because to me, I think that you would be hard pressed to tell me 10 other people who will just can flat out just out rap Drake. There may be some people who can rap as good, and maybe, but 10 that's just pure rapping ability. I think that you got to be talking about listen, man, that are actively rapping right now.
My thing is more so this: we forget that this is the music business, and Drake would not have the longevity that he would have if he only did hip hop. Like, let's keep it a stack. Like, the fact that he is mentioned with the Taylor Swifts, the Weeknd, the Beyoncés is because of the fact that he changed and adapted and did something in music that is unheard of. Like, the stats say that he is definitely, top 3 artists in the world. And
I do think I do agree with School that I am waiting for Drake to drop a pure hip hop album, right? Because I think that he can do that and still be just as successful.
No. I wasn't arguing.
I get what you said, but this goes back to your point, though, right? I think the reason why Drake won't put out that straight hip hop, raw hip hop album is because he has such a global demand and success rate from the business aspect of music that it just wouldn't make sense for him to do an album that's only going to feed hip hop heads when he feels like, I'm feeding everybody with this sound, bro.
Now you return to my point about why it's not necessary for him to respond. That is exactly my point.
He got to respond, bro. He got to say something.
You want him to respond, but it's
He's gonna
not
look
necessary.
he's
It's
gonna look
not.
like a
It's
whole.
not a requirement.
He's gonna look like a whole sissy if he don't respond. After you responded to Meek, and then after you didn't respond to Pusha T, and then you don't respond to this, and then not just that, J. Cole to me has more incentive to respond because I've been seeing you kill everything you've gotten on for the better part of 2 to 3 years. And now you run from that smoke. Like, boy, you better go. Yo, J. Cole.
But here's the thing. First of all, J. Cole, Kendrick, you and I, we've been partners for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So for you to come out of the blue and try to come at me for the sake of attention, like why now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why now?
If you Cole, say that in the rap.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm not. I don't know Cole like that. But I will say this: I don't think it. I mean, Kendrick is not. This isn't personal. This is just rap.
Sure.
So the thing is, we know that Cole has confirmed that him and Kendrick were supposed to do an album together, and they just haven't found the time to do it. Kendrick has even said it. Like this, this is not personal. This is just about the raps. When it comes to the raps, y'all ain't messing with me. It's the same, but Cole did the same thing. He said, look, it's the big three, but I'm still Muhammad Ali in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the greatest of all time. So they're both saying the same thing. They're supposed to think that way, right? You trying to tell me if KD is on the floor with LeBron that he's just supposed to be like, LeBron's better than me? Like, no, I'm still think I can bust your head. You think Steph is saying that about, like, that's what you're supposed to do. So I don't take it as disrespectful like that. I just think that we want to hear him respond because you kind of stepped in it first when you was talking big three, but you saying you Muhammad Ali. So what was Kendrick supposed to say?
So, but the issue is that the Kendrick Drake piece is personal. So Cole having to interject and be a part of that because of you having a personal beef with Drake, like you be on Drake, leave me out of it.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's a person.
And if you J. Cole, you need to say that in a rap.
Okay. Well, I'm not mad about Drake. I'm not mad about J. Cole responding. I would love to hear J. Cole respond. Because Cole can rap. Cole can rap. So and I would love to hear that.
I saw something where that I believe wholeheartedly, right? That it felt like that someone said, hey, on the Joe Budden podcast, they said it felt like over the last couple of years that J. Cole has been trying to show that he's the best rapper. And that Drake is trying to show that he's the best artist. Well, Kendrick is trying to show that he's the best creative, right? And so here's my thing. If you've been riding this best rapper hat and you've been on this crusade, this quest, I need that, bro. I'm gonna need you to say something, bro.
I'm gonna give Cole this out. Wait till your album is ready. That's it.
You better say something. Boy, listen, that Stone Cold clock is ticking, bro. The Stone Cold clock is ticking on you, bro,
wait till your album is ready. When your album is ready, respond.
What's cool? What brings you on the Slash Brothers podcast?
First and foremost, I didn't get to say this because all of this crazy introduction, but I appreciate y'all so much for having me, for giving me this opportunity to come into this space and talk to these people about the project, man, The Unreasonable Man. Yeah, man, I'm preparing to finally release The Unreasonable Man. I have been advised. First of all, I appreciate everybody's patience because I have been advised to hold off on multiple occasions now on releasing the project for many different reasons. Most specifically because so many people believe in the quality of the project that we put together, and so they just kind of want to make sure that we put it out the right way. So I appreciate everybody's patience. Sorry to keep you waiting, but. Yeah, man, I'm getting ready to drop The Unreasonable Man. I'm actually this Friday in Killeen, Texas. Man, I'm super excited for this opportunity, man. The city of Killeen has commandeered my services for a performance, man. They took care of your brother financially, and they said, man, come
Nice.
perform it. They said, come perform it, man. Yes, sir.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So let me ask you,
Yeah.
though, man. What? So tell us more about the event. And when
Man,
it
so
comes
the
out.
event, the event is man, what is it called? It's called preparing for the eclipse. That name could be wrong. Don't make me lie to you. But it's
Okay.
this Friday, 6 p.m. Downtown Killeen. I want to say it's 200 Avenue D. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It'll be myself. It'll be my brother Dominic Freak Nick performing, and there'll be a couple of other artists performing. My brother Vantonio, man, he arranged all of this, made sure the city took care of me, man. You know, he heard the project one time, and he was like, "Listen, man, anything that you need for me to do, I got you." And so, man, he made this happen for us. So this Friday, Killeen, Texas, 200 Avenue D, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please, please, please come see me, come support, man. This will be the first time that really, well, I won't say anybody. This will be the first time that many people get to hear the whole project in its entirety. I will be performing the entire project.
Are you doing the whole thing, not just some song? The whole thing.
The whole thing. The whole thing, front to back. It's 30 minutes. It's an easy listen. It ain't nothing too major. So yeah, the whole project, front to back.
That would be a dope thing to record. The visual, get some good visual on that though, man. That would be fire.
With certainty, 100%. We definitely gonna get some visuals. So those that, whatever reason, are unable to attend, you will still get the experience.
Let me ask you, what is the project dropping?
So the goal was to drop it on this Friday. It'll drop within a week. So
listen, you gotta come back because I got a lot of questions.
Okay.
We gotta have you come
100%.
through and give us the walk down on it, though, man.
Yeah.
Tell us what's happening with it, though, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's talk through it.
Question now.
Yes, sir.
What and I know nobody will understand it, but what is your favorite song on the project?
My favorite song on the project is The Unreasonable Man.
Okay.
The album version. It is The Unreasonable Man. That song, it took a lot out of me. I mean, I'll just say, because they haven't heard it, that first verse took a lot out of me. It was very personal. I guess the short synopsis is, I had my father's no longer with us. And I held on to some things from our past for a very long time. And I got the opportunity to kind of, get out there in front of and kind of release those things. Forgive my father, forgive myself. So The Unreasonable Man, that's definitely my favorite song on the album. It actually is crazy because it ended up being 3 verses, but we broke it up. So we broke it up into an intro and then 2 verses for the official version. So yeah, The Unreasonable
That's
Man.
fire,
That's the
though,
one.
man.
My second favorite is, I would say, a 1B is A Gift and a Blessing. Yeah.
So Killeen, Texas, Friday, 200. Give me the address one more time.
200 Avenue D.
Avenue D in the K.
Yes, sir.
30 minutes. The Pizza Man's son.
30 minutes.
Unreasonable Man. Listen, I'm excited for you. Listen, I can only imagine because we got him on a few months ago last year. And he was shouting it out, yo, man, what y'all know about that Unreasonable Man? And so he's there. I know for sure. It's cool, man. I love the support that they showing, though, man. And I wouldn't expect nothing less from Van, but just to see it, though, man, this is definitely a blessing, though, bro. I'm happy for you.
Can't thank him enough. Can't thank him enough.
Yeah.
Can't thank y'all enough for these few minutes, man.
Oh, no, no worries.
Though,
one other question about the project I wanted to ask. Are there any features on the project?
There are features on the project. I got a feature from my brother Gift from East 35 out here in Austin, Texas. He's not even rapping anymore, man, and he came through for me. We got my brother Freeze, Syntax Freeze, Tony, Texas. These features, first of all, they were extremely important, but the people that I got featuring, man, like we'll go deeper in conversation the next time we had this conversation. But how I was able to get these people was a blessing. But got my brother Tony Texas, got my sister Miss Drea, and got Lady Shacklin, and my brother Willie B. As far as verses go, we only got one other rapper because I can't let nobody else try to get in my space. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so these is all hooks or R&B singers. Like nobody.
Nah, so yeah, my brother Gift, he got a verse. Freeze got a verse too, but he ain't rapping.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't let nobody come into this special moment of mine to you know what I'm saying, they had to come correct. So I was very selective about who I let rap on this project.
Man, we got to figure out what your rollout looks like, though, man. We would absolutely love to be one of your stops to kind of go through and pick your brain about the project. Because, like I said, I would definitely want to hear the updated version of it, though. But just I'm big on the album's flow, on how the lyrics goes, and so I would love to listen to it through, man, and pick your brain about how it all came together, though, bro.
Nah, 100%. Y'all gonna be one of the first stops for sure.
Appreciate it. Where can people hear your other music, and then definitely hit us with your with all your socials?
So right now we've got one. We've only got one record streaming online, and it's called Throwaways. So you can find it on all streaming platforms. You can search The Pizza Man's Son, just like you see it on the screen. The Pizza Man's Son. We are getting ready to drop pretty much consistently every other week, singles, not related to The Unreasonable Man, just dropping music. So The Pizza Man's Son, all streaming platforms, one song right now, The Throwaways. SoundCloud, you can go and find all of my old stuff. We definitely are in the midst of a rebrand, so you can go on SoundCloud and you can find all of my older stuff, but everything newer is coming. We have one song out now, everything else is coming in the coming weeks.
I gotta ask you something that's probably not as obvious as it seems.
Yeah, what's that?
The Pizza Man's Son.
The Pizza Man's Son.
Talk to me about the name real quick.
Yeah, man. So first and foremost, my father, God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? He was a retired military. Once he retired from the military, he took on a gig as a pizza man, and he delivered newspapers. You know what I'm saying? He made sure that, you know, we had everything that we ever needed. My mother never wanted for anything. My mother was a stay-at-home mother. She was a preacher. So he wanted to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, she could, you know, engage in her ministry. And we had family members and people that tried to come at us, you know, sideways, saying, you know, how the pizza man's wife always got a new car, how the pizza man's wife always got a new computer, you know, how the pizza man, you know, such and such, such and such. And I'm like, nah, you cannot discredit my father's legacy. My father sacrificed everything. He worked 6.5 days a week. You know, he didn't have much of a social life outside of working, coming home, sleeping, and making sure that all the bills was paid. So, you know, as a way to ensure that I honor his legacy and make sure that, you know, don't nobody play on my father's name and, you know what I'm saying, his choice of employment, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna know that I'm the son of a pizza man. And you know what I'm saying, he gave me everything that I needed, that we needed, in order to send us, you know, in this family, in this name, into the stratosphere. So yeah, that's what the pizza man son is about.
That's fire. That's fire. I had to know the backstory of it though, man. I had to know it though, man. So yeah.
But yeah, well, absolutely, bro. When the project drop, we're gonna have you back on, and that way we can rap about that, and yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited for the performance too. Can't wait to see the visuals.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm for the city of Killeen. I said I'd never come back until I had something for y'all. I got something for y'all. I got something to share. So yeah, appreciate y'all again, man.
Charlie, anything before we wrap it up?
No, I'm good, man. I'm getting back into the lab. I've been having like music ADD over here, though, man. I've been bouncing all over the place, though, bro. So I'm over here.
Send me something.
I will, man. Like I was sitting here literally in between trying to get ready for the podcast. I had an idea, and the idea turned into like 12 different tracks that I started on, though. So I'm bouncing over here, bouncing on here, adding something to this. I'm all over the place, though. Man.
Even if you just need an ear, send me something.
Bet.
Yeah.
Well, look, bro, we the Slash Brothers. That's Charlie. I'm Ace, and that's the Pizza
That's the
Man's
Pizza
son.
Man's son, yo.
We out, bro.
Yeah. Big blessings in abundance.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you
of
dig
all
it,
time.
nigga? Stuck up.